Hey, if you're interested in a delicious, healthy gravy, then look no further. This onion gravy is a rich and hearty gravy that goes well with any vegetable or meat dish. It has a wonderful caramelized flavor from the onions and a little bit of a zing from the red wine vinegar. It's perfect for any regular occasion or holiday feast. Hey everybody, it's Johnny Mac and welcome to the Sauce and Gravy channel. We're going to dive into a delicious onion gravy. Buckle up, let's go! Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab the white onion. We're going to chop this bad boy up. We're going to slice it and dice it. So this is a super versatile gravy. It can be made many different ways. Now today we're going to make it a vegetarian style. We're going to use a vegetable stock. However, you can use a veal stock, you could use a beef stock, you can use chicken stock or turkey stock, however you want to do it. So it's just really to taste, but today we are going to do it a vegetarian style. So in slicing and dicing these bad boys, so it's just pretty standard. Just go ahead and remove the skin. Grab your tissues and then grab these guys. Go ahead and make a horizontal cut. And then a few vertical cuts so that we have a nice fine dice. And then start chopping them up. And this is such a super versatile gravy in the way that you can just use it for just any sort of regular everyday type meal. Or it can be a holiday favorite. You can make it as a Thanksgiving style gravy or a Christmas gravy or a you name it gravy. Remember, you just have to remember what it's all about. Live, love, and make gravy. And we'll start off with the second half of this guy. We're finishing up the old onions, but remember we're throwing in 2 onions. Okay, so go ahead and crank up that burner, get that bad boy going. We're going to throw it roughly into about medium to medium high heat. We're going to put 1 tablespoon of butter and 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil in. We're going to go ahead and saute these onions down, so get this saute pan ready to go. Go ahead and add 2 onions chopped. Go ahead and add them on into the old saute pan. And you're going to cook these onions until they're nice and golden brown. So this is going to take a little time. You don't want to burn them, so you just want to caramelize them. So just keep an eye on it, keep stirring it, keep looking at it, medium to medium high heat. This might take a little time, a little bit of patience, but my goodness, it's going to be an absolutely delicious gravy. So patience, 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 and it'll turn out fantastic. Check it out, now it's starting to caramelize a little bit. You're getting a little bit of that browning on the bottom. Just make sure that you keep on stirring it, and again, it just takes a little time. So this whole process of the caramelization, just depending on the heat that you have it on, it's roughly going to take about 20 to 30 minutes. So we are about right where we need to be, so that we've got a nice little caramelization going of the onions. So we're going to go ahead and now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, put it on into the saucepan, go ahead and mix it up. And then we're going to also add 1 teaspoon of red wine vinegar. Throw that bad boy in, get it all well incorporated. So we've completed the caramelization, so now it's time to add in our stock. We're going to go ahead and put in some nice vegetable stock for this recipe. We're putting in 2 cups of vegetable stock. Now you can switch out that vegetable stock. You can use beef stock, you could use chicken stock, you could use turkey stock if you wanted to, whatever you prefer. But for this recipe we're sticking strictly vegetarian, so we're going with some veggie stock. We're still over medium heat here. Go ahead and scrape the bottom of the pan. Make sure that you get a lot of that caramelization from those onions up. That is flavor, folks. The caramelization on the bottom of that pan adds lovely flavor to this sauce. So go ahead and scrape it off the bottom, get it well incorporated into the sauce. So you're going to bring this to a nice rolling boil. Once it starts to boil, you can turn down the heat a tiny bit. You're going to want to reduce this roughly by 1/3. So we are going to reduce it down a little bit, make it a little bit thicker. And then, as with any sauce, you're going to want to go ahead and get rid of the impurities. So you're going to want to skim the top of the sauce, get rid of all of the foam, get rid of all of the nasty impurities. We're going to make this a nice clean sauce. We've reduced the sauce down. Now it's time to add a little bit of additional flavor. Time to add in a little Dijon mustard. This stuff makes everything taste fantastic. So a little bit of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon, throw it on in. Now this onion gravy, it goes with pretty much about anything. You can put it with any sort of vegetable dish. You can put it over rice, you can put it over potatoes, or it can go on any sort of meat that you like. If it's great with roast beef, it's great with chicken. Throw it over some pork, you name it. I mean, it's really versatile. You can use this for really pretty much about anything that you want. You can go ahead and turn off the heat from the burner. The gravy's coming together really well. Looks really nice, has a nice lovely brownish color. Make sure that you do taste it, and you can adjust the seasonings. Add a little bit of pepper if you need some pepper, throw in a little bit more salt. Adjust it to your taste. The gravy's come together really nicely. It looks great. This is the consistency that we want it to look. So now it's time to go ahead and blend it. So you can either use a food processor, you could use a blender, just whatever you have. An immersion blender, if you have one of those, you could use that. Just go ahead and give it a nice blending. Make it as smooth as you want. It could be blended nice and fine, or it can be coarsely blended. So you can have nice little chunks in there if you wish. It's just really how you prefer. Alright, so we're going to crank up this processor, get this guy well mixed. Here we go, looking nice and smooth. Let that blend down. It's always good to check it and see how it looks, and if it's up to your satisfaction, then you can go ahead. You could either throw it right back in the old saucepan, or you can take a fine sieve or some sort of filter, and you can strain it out if you like it nice and fine. But this is perfect. I like a little bit of texture to it. So this gravy's looking really good. It's nice and thick. Look at that color. It's nice and brown. What a beautiful onion gravy. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Please do leave your comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if sauces and gravies are your thing, well, hit that subscribe button. There's more than sauces and gravies to come. And remember, everybody, to live, love, and make gravy.